Welcome. Technical difficulties. I need to do some research on this. Do people in professional houses have such kinds of problems every time?
You never know. You never know.
I'm gonna do my research. Anyway, welcome to the Diaspod co-host Tenjiwe Kalunga.
Woohoo! Yeah! They're going crazy.
Do do cha do cha do do. That's our intro music.
It's nice to always be on the podcast. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Sunny outside. I saw a video of. I think you showed me a video of snow in Tromso.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we are glad. We are glad. We are blessed in Christian Sun. It's a good thing. So weather is good, and yeah, new podcast. Excited. So
Yay. It's a new week, new podcast.
how are you doing?
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I sat and enjoyed the sun for a little bit before we started, so that was nice.
And it got you sleepy.
It did get me sleepy, so I'm sure I just sound, so comfy and serene. I'm blessed. As you said, we are blessed today.
Oh my goodness. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Enjoy it while it lasts because it's going. The sun is going soon. It should have gone by now actually. I wonder what I'm just wondering like it's end of what? No, it's the beginning of October. It should be, should
Mm-hmm.
be starting to getting we
Don't
should be
don't
getting the cold.
don't invite the cold so soon. Please stay away
Cold.
from
Come,
us
come
as
through.
long
Come
as you
through.
can. Please, 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 please. We don't want to be depressed. It's fine.
Yeah. So, what are we talking about today?
Lay it on me, baby. Lay it on me. Ah.
Today we are talking food. I was, for maybe not most, but the first thing that you'd probably, one of the first topics that you would discuss, like getting into a new country, would be food. I wonder why it's taken us like this long
It's
to.
because we're not new.
Oh, yeah. So, like, if we had started a podcast like 3 weeks after we got into Norway, then maybe.
Then it would have been like amongst the hot topics. But we're not new, so it's no longer like I find it hard. I know it's not the topic, but each time somebody asks me like what were your culture shocks? Like I really find that question very hard to like
Mm,
answer now because how I feel now and how I felt when I came
mm.
totally different. And I think I've like
You've
forgotten what was like
forgotten some of
yeah,
yeah,
shocking or
the culture shocks.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, food, one of the,
The
most,
culture shocks.
one of the culture shocks that almost everybody experiences coming to Norway.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, do you have like, you know, can you remember anything shocking about food?
I think it was just the okay, it wasn't the one time, but getting to learn like the food culture here
Mm-hmm.
of where like what we would call breakfast looks a little bit different from what they call breakfast and what they call lunch looks a little bit different. It
Mm.
could have been a little bit different. It looks a lot different. There's not so much option, especially for like breakfast and lunch. There's not that much option of like a warm meal,
Mm.
especially in the lunch part. I remember in our introductory conference thingy, we were so excited because it was like they're gonna provide lunch and we're at this like really nice fancy hotel doing our conference and we were so happy. And
Yeah.
when we went for lunch, I found it really hard to pick out what to eat because it was mostly like bread and fish and like jams and like it looked like breakfast, but it wasn't breakfast. But but it also didn't look like lunch. I was looking for something warm to eat because
Exactly.
for me that's what I was used to. So that was like a little bit shocking that it's mostly like cut cut and paw leg kind of.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. So at least on the food, that's something I remembered, and also just like the now at least this is what I'm saying. Like now I know like when I'm invited to a Norwegian home or anywhere where they're going to be serving like Norwegian food, like I kind of know what to expect now.
yeah.
I also remember when we got invited to Christmas dinner. It was really, really good food. I just didn't expect it to be so little.
Oh
And
yeah.
by so little, I don't mean like the amount of the food was little. No, the portions were actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
It was just I was expecting like more variety of foods, but
Oh
then it was
yeah.
just like a meal. It was rice sauce and like some meat and like I think it was something with jam or something like that, and
And
that
that
was
was
it.
it.
Yeah, so it's just like those small differences. Those they're not really small. Those like yeah differences.
Yeah, I I think when you I don't know. I had a conversation with my friend Chavez
Mhm.
a while back. Like, it was we were talking about the whole breakfast thing
Yeah.
where we, spoke about, breakfast in Zambia. Of course, I remember like eating like warm food, for
Mhm.
instance. Yeah, it was, it always had to be warm at least. Uh, but then he said that um, not necessarily as you get money, but as you get comfortable in life,
Mhm.
you stop focusing on the amount of food and instead focus on like the quality of food. So
Really.
like this is where it came from. We went for this breakfast,
Mhm.
and there was like, of course there was like different foods, but then there was like three, maybe four different I don't know, types of cheese, and then there
Mhm.
was butter in, like,
Different
yeah,
types:
different
salted,
types,
unsalted,
sorted
fatty,
and so
non-fatty.
so the table was filled with like the same food but just different
Different
types.
types.
Yeah, just
Mm.
different types. So you could see like the table was filled up, but then it was more of the, I don't know if it's the taste or what type of cheese that you like the most, but basically it just goes down to it's just bread and some cheese and I don't know, some stuff that you put in between.
Some batter jam and
So yeah, that's kind of one of the other things that I noticed is that when I ate breakfast at home, it was just,
mhm.
butter for everyone. It's just, just
Yeah, one batter
yeah,
and you get like a
just
slice of
one.
bread.
If you're lucky to have cheese, it's just one pack. It's just one
Everybody
pack.
gets a slice of cheese. That's
we
actually
didn't
really true.
we
Yeah.
didn't care whether it was, brown cheese or it was just
It was
low
just
fat
cheese.
or it was
And
just
and I
cheese
remember there was that cheese. I don't know if you used to get the same one, the one from
from
ShopRite.
ShopRite.
Yeah, it used to be like it never used to be yellow. It used to be like orange, like
Exactly. Oh my goodness. That was the cheese.
just
I,
come in
I
these
hope
nice slices.
I hope they're still selling that in ShopRite. I'm coming for it. I'm coming for it soon. But yeah, like that's one aspect of it as well. Like, it was focused on so many types of the same food.
Mhm.
Mm. And maybe also the other thing that for me that was a bit weird
Yeah.
when I came to Norway. I was living in like a collective
Mhm.
with like five other students.
I anyway.
And how was I going? No. So the what I noticed was when I first arrived, my sister was here, of course. So she
Mhm.
got me like food for, 2 weeks in advance. We went to the store and we got this and that. She was like, this should sort you out for like 2-3 weeks, which
Yeah.
is, mostly what we do back home. You buy foods like in
Yeah,
bulk.
in bulk. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I noticed, my flatmates, they were buying food like, at most for 3-4 days.
Mm.
You just go get breakfast for tomorrow, and then again, you need to walk into the store and just pick out a handful of things for dinner, and
I
then
wonder why they do. Do you enjoy going to the store?
and then there you are coming with like big
Heavy
bags, and
bags.
yeah, and you have like I don't know
You
if that was
stock
like a
up.
5 kg bag of rice. It's like, why would you buy 5 kgs bag
when
of
when
rice?
when they do boil rice in a bag.
When somebody goes to the store, they were like going to buy, yeah, like buying with like 6 packs.
Mhm.
Ah, man, that was so weird for me. Like it took some adjusting. I was like, don't you like end up spending more money if you're going to
Buying
the
every
store
day.
every day, and you just walk
But what
out
do you
of
think? Do you spend more money?
like by buying in bulk,
No, by buying every day.
buying every day.
Mm.
I think you do. I think you do. But ultimate, it just comes down to the portion of food that you make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like if you're going to go to the store today, make food, have leftovers, and then you don't sort of eat the leftovers.
You just go
Next
buy
day,
new
yeah, you
food.
go to the store, and
Mm.
because part of the reason why we, at least back home, we buy food in bulk is that you can also cook like a large portion and maybe
Yeah.
keep it in the freezer or
Mm-hmm.
something, and then get small portions and eat bit by bit. But I think it's more expensive if you, of course, going to go to the store every day and you buy this, because you're not going to use everything, that's for sure. So yeah, that was one of the weird experiences that I had.
Interesting.
Yeah, but my question, do you have a question I should ask?
Ask.
Like, was there food that upon getting like into Norway, you live here, I don't know if it was a week, 2 weeks, that you were like, oh my goodness, I missed this, that you couldn't get here, of
I
course.
mean, a lot, I guess. See, so I'm saying, like, now it's hard to actually like remember and like think about like how I was actually feeling at the time. Like, oh my god, I want this and
Hmm.
this. But one thing I think even that we still struggle with today is like finding peanut butter that is peanut butter. I will say on that one, like that is just
Again, ShopRite, is that from ShopRite? The good, no, not the ShopRite branded
no,
one, but
not
they do
the
sell
yeah,
another one in ShopRite.
yeah, the one that
It
is
was
like
like with the orange cover.
yeah, it's like it's not so smooth,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time it's not so chunky.
Yeah,
So it's like
exactly.
just right in the middle, and it's got like oil that you have to like mix it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
When it has like the oil on top, and then you have
yeah,
to mix it.
and then it
Oh.
makes it like like yeah, like peanut butter is one thing I can point out, and also maybe mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
It's been difficult, I think, even up to now to find like really okay, maybe the mayonnaise here is good
Mm-hmm.
to people who are used to
Yeah,
eating the
if you're
type of
used to
mayonnaise.
if you're
But
used to
then
it.
when you have you tried what was it? Blackwell and
Oh
Crosso.
my goodness. That mayonnaise. Again, ShopRite. ShopRite is a blessing. It's a blessing to Southern Africa.
Yeah, so it's like small things like that that you kind of like. Even just Fanta, I always
Just
complain about the Fanta. That the orange
okay,
Fanta,
the Fanta here is
we
fake.
don't have
Like,
it here. We have fake Fanta. And I'm talking about the bright orange, not orange flavored Fanta, which is here, but that bright orange Fanta. It's not there here. Like,
they
literally.
don't have it. Yeah, actually, I think you're better off drinking Solo. Is it Solo? It
I mean,
tastes it
even.
tastes more. It tastes closer to Fanta than Fanta actually tastes here.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
If you
it's
if you
it's not
just
that
want to have
good.
like a feel of like, oh yeah, let me remember what Fanta should taste like. Maybe Solo will be a good option. Let me see what other foods. Hungarian sausage. I love. Did you hear that? I
Mm.
love Hungarian sausage.
The Hungarian sausage. Did you have like a butchery nearby your place?
Of
Well,
course, of
mm,
course. There was that butcher where Jacqueline, who stays in the line in my house, where
mm,
she used to work. I don't know what the butcher is called, but they really had like good sausage there.
mm.
But then also the ShopRite Hungarian sausage was just
Yeah, even the ShopRite Hungarian sausage was good.
yeah. But then the thing was like in Zambia, it's like it's easy to find Hungarian sausage. I
Mm.
mean, I think there was a time where we were obsessed with kachema meats.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Kachema. And I think some butcheries actually make their own
make their
sausage.
own sausage. Yeah.
It's
So yeah, that is something that I miss. I mean, you can find like a version of burros here.
mm,
Sometimes if you really, really look hard.
and it's expensive.
Yeah, but then you still don't get that,
The
burros.
one the taste.
Yeah, so
I
it's things like that. I do miss things like that. I won't lie.
mm,
Mm.
yeah, the sausage, I do agree, but not because I can't find it here. I think sausage for me was because I there was a cheap place that I could get it from. My friend used to work there, so I would just go and he
Here?
just no back in Zambia.
Oh.
He like he used to work in a butchery, so I would just go there and with I don't know 5 kwacha was big back then. You just give him a 5 kwacha and he just packs sausages for you.
That's true.
So
I think the last time I was in Zambia, they were selling like 5 kwacha for one Hungarian sausage.
for one,
Mm.
oh my
It's
goodness.
not like back in the day, because I remember back in the day they used to do like a plastic
Yeah, it
bag.
was like a
Yeah.
plastic bag. It was like a plus. So when I came here and saw the price, I was like, nope, 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 nope. But I think we've found. I mean, it's no longer a favorite. Past couple of months, but we were so obsessed with the grill, with the grilled
The
sausage.
summer
Yeah, the
sausages. Yeah,
summer sausages.
they were okay.
They were okay, but we
Mm.
don't eat bread that much, so and
Anymore.
they're not so nice eating them just without the bread.
For you. But then
Oh,
I
you.
just love sausage. Like, seriously, I love sausage. Is there like a country that just focuses on so I would visit.
I'm
I would
trying
so
to think.
visit.
Like maybe. Ah.
But I will go to South Africa for like just like authentic
Yeah.
burgers.
Those guys are good. Like they
Mm.
they they read and the greeting as well. They know how to grill.
It's like I can smell the
Yeah. What else? What else about food? And then there's one side of missing food at home, and then there's the food that you actually found here. Did you
Mhm.
just directly jump into the pizzas and frozen foods, or?
I don't know. Maybe I felt that way. Like, you kind of like um almost have no choice because it's just easier and like
And it's cheaper.
and it's cheaper. Yes, it's
Mm,
cheaper than buying like fresh foods, and also it's more motivating, I think, if you're making food for like more than just yourself. You make like a nice proper meal. But then
mm.
I remember when I was just living by myself, it was just like, maybe I'll just get like a frozen pizza, or just get like some frozen something and just like put it in the oven, or just like make like a quick meal. And
Mm.
yeah, and it was just like, it was more convenient.
It was more
Mm.
convenient. And like I was going to say this, for me just before I came to Norway, I was staying alone, like
Mm-hmm.
in, a rural area. So I had really reduced on like cooking shima, for instance.
Yeah.
It was just something I could do maybe once, twice a week if
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if I had the strength to do it. So I was already diving into this practice of getting like just quick meals. You just get
Convenient
some
meals.
fries,
Yeah.
yeah, and anything that just doesn't take time. So coming to Norway, it just, this practice, of course, just worsened. Then not only could because at home, if you're getting fries, it's either you like buy the potatoes and make the fries on your own, or go to a restaurant.
I'll go to
Like,
ShopRite.
yeah, or go where I was living, there was no ShopRite. There was never going
This
to be
ad is not
ShopRite there.
ShopRite sponsored, by the way. Okay, not just like ShopRite, or you go like to like a supermarket.
Yeah, but then like even at the supermarket, this was my point. Like, here, if you go to Kiwi, you find frozen fries, you find
Uh-huh.
frozen
Okay,
pizza
yeah.
already made.
Mm.
You don't have to go through, the
The
process, even,
process of
yeah,
making.
of making it. So it sort of like made things even easier. You're like, okay, I love eating fries and I know they don't take time to make. But then here's frozen food, like already made. You just need to warm it on
Just put it in
just
the oven.
put
Sometimes you just need to put. There's that thing I bought the other day. Remember that day when I was craving something and I went to the store and I came back with this like mini
oh
pizza
yeah,
thing.
mini pizza.
Just had to put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. 3 minutes in the microwave. That was it.
And it's ready. And it's ready. So yeah, I don't know what your point is, but of I think it was it forced, or it's just something that you find yourself in, right? That was your point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like you just fall in line.
You just fall in line, and it's convenient. And on top of that, the schedule here is crazy. Like you get into
True.
school, you need to find a job as well, and so you really don't have that much time to sort of sit and prepare like proper food. So yeah, I was complaining at some point here and there, but then I still found it convenient. I was like, I miss this kind of food, and shima, like once in a while, of course. I was like, yeah, I miss the shima and all of that, but it was really convenient for me. It took me
Hmm.
time to sort of like it's only until you start gaining some weight and then you go like, I probably should reduce on
Maybe I
this
should start eating fruit and muesli and yogurt.
to start, like thinking about your health. I'm always saying this. Like
Mm.
before I came to Norway, there was never a point when I went like, maybe I shouldn't eat this food because it's not too healthy. It's bad for my health and it's bad for my weight. I was just, okay, you have food? Okay, let's just eat. Let's just eat because I was just, I was so skinny then, and I remember my sister was complaining. She was like, "No, I can't eat that. I can't eat the chips because I'm gonna gain weight, and I'm trying to control my diet." I was like, "Bring, let me eat, let me eat, let me eat." But ish, when we got here, my goodness,
The weight started gaining. The weight
then
started waiting.
then I got invited to the weight gaining party, and I accepted the invitation. And I accepted the invitation.
Mm.
Yeah. Um. So that's that. That's that. Anything else about food?
What do you like now?
Now, I'm on a diet, so really doesn't matter what I like.
Okay,
But
what Norwegian type of foods have you become accustomed to? Maybe I should ask it like that. Aish, start telling us about your diet.
but it might not be Norwegian, but it is everywhere in Norway. I love pizza, especially if it's like homemade, and I've taken time to maybe I'm a bit rusty now because I haven't made pizza in a while. But yeah, I've learned to take time and just, put the right ingredients and
Oh
the
my
right
gosh.
toppings,
It
and
takes him 3 days to make
it's
pizza.
supposed to take three
3
days.
days.
It's
Day
supposed to
one is
take.
for dough preparation. Day two is for the dough to I don't know what. Even on day three, when you think like, oh, maybe he'll just roll the dough and put stuff on it, no, he's still tenderizing the dough. They need to fall in love, and I don't know what. Oh my gosh, no,
Oh my goodness. I remember your complaints. It's
no.
like,
If this
baby,
is the
what?
pizza
How long
making
is the pizza going to take? You've been making this pizza for hours and it's not ready.
3 days, and I'm speaking from 3 days. The pizza even the dough went in the freezer first. Apparently, did it to something. It came out, and then you can't just like rush the defrosting process. It needs to be defrosted in a sort of temperature. I'm like,
Hmm?
are
Pizza,
we
good
making pizza? What's going
good
on?
pizza takes time, guys. It's not. I'll tell you what the guy was following, whose recipe I was following on YouTube. He says, guys, it's not just pizza. I know you just put it in the mouth and chew it, but no, this is a culture. It's a culture. You need to feel it. You need to feel it. It needs to go into your body even before you eat the pizza. I was like,
Tell
okay.
that to my hunger when it's hungry.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. And also, I was going to mention first price. Oh my goodness, first price,
But
first price
you
food.
know, but then first price. Let's first let's talk about what first price food is.
Mm,
What is it?
it's the lowest quality food sold in the store. Simply put.
I think that's just what you think. But for me, I would define it as it's the affordable version of food.
And also low quality.
Why is it low quality?
Hmm? It is because the taste is bad. Like, let's
Okay.
just face
I
it.
know
Like,
one first price thing that you actually really, really love.
what's
You
that?
know those chocolate chip cookies?
Except for chocolate chip cookies, everything else is just. Those ones are an exception. They actually stopped selling those because they were so good, and then they rebranded them. They rebranded them and made them more expensive. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Th- They were that good. They
Uh-huh.
were that good. The
Ah.
manufacturer went like, "This is not first price quality. We need to rebrand, make it more expensive." So that's an exception.
No, I personally appreciate first price
Mm-hmm.
because it helps you when you're starting out.
Yeah, and that it helped. It did help me. Like, there was a time when everything in whether it was in my drawer or my cupboard,
It
all the
was
food,
first
it was
price.
just first price there. So I do understand if you're on a budget and you need to save money and not spend
Yeah.
too much, which is mostly the case.
They even make first price chicken. I'm not sure why.
There's the first price everything. There's first price toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like you know how you'd buy a fancy brand? It's like it's just the same with clothes, where
Mm.
there's like the brand and then there's the knockoff of the
And there's
brand.
like
That's first price. Really affordable. It looks the same.
it looks the same, but yeah, the quality is different. But no, maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm not um, a big fan of first price anymore. Is because I used it a lot, like
You
a
had too much
lot.
of it.
Yeah, I did student first year, second year. I
So
was
does that mean
big
I'm
on
a lucky
first
student
price.
because you don't allow me to eat anything first price?
Yeah, sport student, very very sport.
Yes,
But anyway,
please.
so yeah, this first prize, and yeah, of course you can't even say this anymore now. It's normal. Price of food in Norway is very high, just like everything else. It's costly.
Cost of living is very high.
Mm,
Isn't it
cost.
one of the most expensive countries to live in?
Yeah, it's actually one of the most expensive. So that is something that we found out. First day we got here, we're like, oh, it costs this much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, price. But you didn't tell me what your favorite food is now.
In Norway,
Yeah, like right now.
I I don't know.
Mm.
I would say pizza.
And
Of course, you.
those wings,
Which wings?
the hot wings.
Oh yeah, but then it's so hard to find hot wings here.
They're not hot.
They don't.
They're just a little bit spicy.
People put pepper here and stuff and go like, "Oh my gosh, it's hot. It's pepper." Yeah, but yeah, I feel like my kind of like favoritism towards food has like a season,
Mm,
if I could say that, or like it takes turns. Like right now, I all I want is just cake, cake,
it's
cake,
just
cake,
cake.
cake, cake. Like anything baked, or not cake from like the store. I want something freshly baked.
Mm,
Yeah. So I think like I always have like a season of like where I just want something, or
mm.
if I like something from somewhere, I just want that thing from that place.
From
But
that place.
if like it's something you and me have in common, is like we never go wrong when it comes to pizza. We love pizza.
Yeah, pizza we love.
Mm-mm.
Pizza we really, really love. And of course this is something that I'm probably missing out on.
Mm.
Seafood is
Oh
quite
yeah,
big here, and
yeah.
yeah, and
I mean, people are surrounded by the sea everywhere. Yeah.
people, whoever is going to invite me for a meal, I don't like shrimp. Sorry. I just
He's impartial to seafood.
I don't know. I don't know what's up with me and seafood. I Yeah, it just doesn't excite me.
You are the reason I've not yet been to a seafood restaurant because I can't take you there because first of all, you're already going with the notion of I don't like it even before you go. And I always tell you you can just have like fish and chips, but then
I
even
mean,
like seeing the food is
I feel like it's like going to Let me think of a restaurant. It's like going to a pizza place and buying a burger, you know?
How? No.
Exactly. Like
But
if you
then,
go
like,
to a
when you get
seafood,
fish and chips, fish is seafood.
because I'm very specific on the type of fish that I eat as well. It's just I'm just gonna have
Ah,
the what's that? The
salmon.
tilapia.
Yeah, that's fine.
The
And you like
tilapia.
salmon, so
I could get tilapia from just elsewhere where it's maybe, but going to a restaurant and eating tilapia, it's like, come on.
I think I'll make myself a solo date and go to a seafood restaurant and order
I'm
myself a
telling you, like
platter.
seafood, you just need to have a solo date, or just have a date with, somebody that likes seafood. Because when you take me there, I know I'm going to spoil. Or maybe aren't there like restaurants that have, you know, a menu with
But that's the
seafood
thing,
menu and then selling other
yeah,
stuff as well?
most restaurants do that. But then you're the one who is saying, like,
Mm.
it's like going to a restaurant and then I go there a bit.
No, I mean like going to a seafood restaurant.
Hmm.
And then I would just go and order the most ordinary meal. I was like, do you have normal fish, that doesn't taste like.
You can also order a burger or anything else. You don't have to
Mm,
eat the seafood. I'm sure they would
okay.
even have pizza on that menu.
Just make sure there's something like that, and I'll go with you, my baby. Yeah. Anything else we haven't covered? I think we are. Yeah. Should be running out of time. 37 minutes. That's like 35. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Should we be closing? Yeah, but anyway, last question. Any advice? I'm sure there are people that would be traveling very, very soon to Norway. If somebody asked you, well, how should I prepare myself? Should they like carry a sack of like dry fish?
I think it depends on where you're coming from
Mm.
because everybody has their own preferences in terms of food.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it wasn't so difficult to adjust because just like you, I wasn't that much big of an Shima person and
Mm.
like, exact foods like, oh, me, I just have to eat this type of food or else I'll feel like I'm going to die.
Mm.
So it was easy for me to just like, oh, this is what's available. Yeah, sure. I can work with it. I'll find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person and your food preferences, allergies, whatever, diets, and all of that. But
Mm.
I will say you will find almost everything in Norway or something similar. You just have to know
Exactly.
exactly where to look.
And the Asian shops as
Yeah,
well. The
if you're looking
Asian,
for
the Asian and
more,
Middle Eastern
yeah, if you're looking for
shops.
more exotic foods that you won't find in the regular supermarket, then you're better off looking in the more organic shops like the Asian, Middle Eastern one shops.
Mm.
Yeah. So I feel like you will find almost everything depending on also where you stay. So maybe if you stay in like a smaller town or a smaller community, maybe you would like those places only like one big supermarket and
Yeah,
that's
then
it.
you struggle a
Yeah,
little
then
bit.
maybe you would struggle. But then if you stay in big cities like, Kristiansand, Bergen, Stavanger, Oslo,
Mm.
Trondheim, I think you
Then
will be
everything
fine.
is
Yeah.
there. And also, like when I came to Norway, I was staying in like a small, small place, like a university town or something,
Mhm.
and it took like, I don't know, 30 minutes to get to Oslo, and we did make it's possible to like make a trip like once a month, once or twice a month, to just
Do
get the
your
food
shopping,
that you
yeah.
need,
Mhm.
and you don't have to cook it every day. It's just, you can eat the pizzas like 3 4 days and then save the other 2 days for like, food, actual food.
Yeah.
Mm.
So maybe the advice is that if you have like specific food that you feel like, oh, I need this as comfort food as I go for like the next 2 3 months, carry it.
Mm.
Yeah.
And be hopeful, that they let you pass with it at the airport.
Oh yeah. They tax you for everything here.
Mm. Yeah, so that's that about food, and wonderful discussion. After this, we're going to eat some pizza.
I hope that's a promise because I am hungry and not the homemade pizza. Please, please. We don't have 3 days.
It's gonna be ready on Saturday.
Ah.
I'll make it for you. So thank you very much for. It's been a short discussion, but yeah, very very interesting. I think food is very important, and yeah,
No, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
and we gotta eat. We gotta eat. We gotta eat. And yeah, thank you very much. This is episode 11 and
Oh,
still
wow.
going.
Nice.
Diaspod, guys, we're coming. Going for it. Yeah, and yeah, hope to see you again next week.
Of course. Where else would I be?
Mm-hmm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been John and Tenji.
Thank you for listening.
Until next week, it's bye.
Bye.